Welcome back to the second map of our first week matchup between SWIYA and MC. We got a couple swaps coming in that we'll cover before we go to Ilios. We have Delete Brig coming in for Costanza. Delete Brig, great DPS. He's got a great Widow. While Rice has come in for Chess. So Chess was the one playing Sombra and Zarya in the last point on Hollywood, and he's replaced for Rice, who is known as a great Genji and a Pharah on the server. So now we're heading off to Ilios, our first control map. It was SWIYA's map pick. And SWIYA has set up their team basically for a triple DPS comp here with Pichu, Delete Brig, and Raven. So I would be surprised to see them pull that out, while SWIYA will probably be playing something more traditional with a normal dive or goats, given that they have both Cryptic and K-Boogie in there. Of course, these days, many divas were able to flex to Sombra, so perhaps you could still see the triple DPS on the side of MC. Now, reminder, we do play at least 4 maps, but it is a best of 3, so we have at least 3 more maps to go, possibly 4 if it ends 2-2 or in some form of tie. In this one, SWIYA is going to be looking to even things up at 1 heading into halftime. So yeah, it does look like SWIYA is going to come out with that triple DPS. Pig Dog on the Winston, on the Hammond. Interestingly, SWIYA playing a somewhat untraditional triple DPS with double Sniper, Delete Brig on the Widow, and Raven on Hanzo. Now, those are definitely good hero picks for those players, but typically when you run triple DPS, you want to play something hyper mobile that can run around, like a Tracer, a Pharah, a Sombra, a Soldier. This is pretty diveable, which, and in theory, dive is a counter to triple DPS, so we'll see if MC is able to capitalize on this. MC, meanwhile, coming out with a Pharmacy Doomfist dive, a Boom Doom comp, if you will. So if they're able to get onto the backline here, I think they should be able to handle this comp from SWIYA no problem. We're starting off with Delete Brig here, and he's got Rice and Eowyn pinned down top left with this Widow. Now he's going to grapple up to take a longer sight line. Pile driver in from Big Dog, doesn't really find anything, just disrupting a little bit. Rice flipping over behind pillar there. Pick off onto Herbs from Raven, who also immediately gets Cryptic with the Storm Arrow. Herbs is res, but MC still up in this fight. Oh, not anymore, now that Herbs has picked off Silver Sacks on the Ana. Pig Dog going back in, gets the pile driver onto Baby Diva. Big anti out of the Ana for MC. That's Rushpert, but it's not enough as Pichu pops off with 3, and Delete Brig adds a dink at the end onto Rice, the Pharah for SWIYA, just to cap things off, and SWIYA is able to take the point first. Lots going on in that fight. Triple DPS lends itself to a bit of a chaotic environment, one could say, because everyone's running around and doing their thing at their own thing. At the same time, with this double sniper setup, things are a little condensed in the back of MC, and we'll see if, in the back of SWIYA, and we'll see if MC can actually get on that in this fight. MC pushing in from inside this time, trying to limit the pile drive opportunities from the Hammond. I actually like that play, and Hammond's forced to roll away after getting antied. Bubble dropped from Cryptic, I'm not sure why. The Widow's pressuring him across the catwalk, and he dives in without his Diva and gets erased by the Storm Arrow again. Here comes Dragons across the high ground as well to push MC onto the point. Mines drop from Pig Dog as well. Doomfist gets a... Yep, there's the pick onto the Mercy there. But the Widow is able to pick off Cryptic on the Winston. And Pig Dog... whoa, Pig Dog gets... I was going to say that Pig Dog escaped with 23 health there, but he did escape. There was only a Baby Demons chasing him. Instead, Silver Sacks throws the Nano onto him in a fight that was basically over. That's a misplay from Silver Sacks, because now you can't set up Nano Blade. Definitely more viable since it's no longer a comp versus goats. That's a really unfortunate misplay. For now, we have Delete Brig set up in the back of the Parthenon poking in. Looks like the Genji and the Hammond are engaging off in the distance there. Can't quite see what's happening off there. Rice gets a pick onto Satiric Sloth on Mercy, but Pichu pulls back 2 with the blade and then dies to Rice himself. So no supports, no for MC, no, oh boy, Silver Sacks with a huge sleep onto Herbs, but the Doofus is about to wake up, he need to get out of there, he doesn't get out of there, and Silver Sacks gets punched into the wall by Herbs. That's hysterical. The Doomfist uppercut the Ana onto the high ground and got slept, which is an incredible sleep, but the Hanzo doesn't turn around to kill the Doomfist. The Doomfist wakes up and puts the Ana in the wall. Oh man, doesn't matter for MC though. They're pulling this out. Delete Brig with another pick onto Rice. He's killing it. And Raven melts down Cryptic again. These dives onto the backline really aren't working because Cryptic's just getting melted. Delete Brig with 2 more picks. A dink onto Baby Diva and then finishes off Rushpert on the Ana. Delete Brig is a monster. Maybe we really need to delete Brig so you'll stop doing this to us. Jeez. SWIYA in total control here. MC did get a little bit of percentage there, but it's not going to really matter. K-Boogie rolling back in on the Wrecking Ball, while Pig Dog drops Mines in the point, but Mines in the choke, excuse me, but MC's going to be able to touch anyway. Dragon's in. Cryptic primaling on point. Doesn't look, he gets slept, so he's not going to be able to do anything. He's nanoed now as well. But this is over, man. The Primal gets 1, but K-Boogie's melted on the Hammond, and there goes Cryptic once the Nano and the Primal had ended, and SWIYA takes the first point. I think in the midst of that, I didn't even get a chance to comment on it, but Delete Brig hit 2 more headshots onto the flankers. He nails the Doomfist and the Genji. I mean, I'm pretty sure he killed Rice 2 or 3 times on that Genji, which is just insane. Like, you'd think that'd be a counter, but Delete Brig just popping off here. But that's our first map, Ruins. That's definitely one of the best Widow maps in the game. So perhaps MC will have some more luck on a point with more limited sight lines where Delete Brig can't just sit in the back and pop off, or it's not so hard for him to be aggressed onto. We see MC swapping to a Orisa Hog comp, but with Rice on Genji. That's a very odd pick. Genji doesn't really fit into this comp. He's not spammy, and he doesn't have any stuns to prevent dives. Meanwhile, SWIYA opting into a floats composition here. They're probably just going to try to jump in. They're working their way under the windmill right now. It looks like they're just going to be able to walk in, hook onto Pig Dog, but no capitalization on it. Pushing forward through the Orisa shield. Pig Dog jumps in. The Onyx goes down, but Pig Dog is overextended. He gets melted by K-Boogie and the Hanzo. Hook onto Zarya, but this is Delete Brig being able to back up and get away. He gets around the corner with 100 health. Now re-engaging, almost gets pulled into the pit, but he's blocked up by Pichu, who gets demected. And now he's in the pit, but Silver Sack's popping off. He kills K-Boogie on Hog. He kills the Hanzo. That's Herbs. Pichu, is that Pichu in baby form killing Aodin, while Satiric Sloth gets the low health Cryptic. Wow, the support line and the Baby Diva clutching that for SWIYA. I mean, they did get the Ana first, but after Pig Dog ran in there and got melted, it looked like MC might be in control here, especially after they demec the Diva and put the Zarya in the pit. Instead, the supports and the Baby Diva clutch it. And now MC swapping. They recognize that Orisa isn't a good... Orisa comps aren't great for retaking this point. They're going to opt into a mirror floats matchup. Pig Dog jumping into the high ground. I like this. He's a little bit late, but it's a good play to try to get some cleave, build up that primal. It's a nice play. Now he's just got to be careful that they don't turn around and aggress on him. Uh-oh, he's attracted Herb's attention on the Brig. He gets stunned. Now he gets headshot a couple times by Rushpert, and he goes down. Pig Dog dead again, and this is going to allow MC to aggress into SWIYA here on the back of the point. That's Cryptic jumping in, and they've pushed SWIYA off the point, and they cap it. But the support outs come late from SWIYA. The trans is late. The rally's in the pit. Herbs puts Raven in the pit. They could have held that with the trans and the rally and kept ticking up here. Instead, they trans after the point is already flipped, and now MC's gaining control throughout this entire fight. SWIYA is still in this note, but absolutely, Pichu gets a pick. Pig Dog DMX K-Boogie. The trans coming through to try to keep the Zarya up. The Zarya is still up. The Diva's still up. Now we've got Pig Dog primaling in the backline. He can't get anyone in the pick. Pichu is super low, as all of MC is back here now, basically. Pichu, not Pichu, excuse me. Pig Dog jumps into the backline and dies again. Delete Brig gets put in the pit again. This is like a mirror. This is like a deja vu all over again, which is superfluous to say, honestly. But the point is that MC caps the point, and more importantly, throughout that whole fight, they had already capped the point, and they've now essentially equaled SWIYA. I mean, that's crazy. The SWIYA had the support ults to hold that point, but essentially with one pick, MC flips it and then fights in a really long fight where they build control. Now both sides coming in with grab here. Rice is going to grab. This is SWIYA grabbed onto the corner, but the B comes out to keep them up from Satiric Sloth. Now Delete Brig almost gets put in the pit again, and now he's going to grab, but Pig Dog's already down. And now Cryptic's primaling in the grab. He's going to stay up. Raven gets a kill onto Satiric Sloth. There goes Delete Brig. K-Boogie deletes him, and both grabs are done. MC comes out on top, still in control of the point. Rice with the late kill on the Pichu, and now Cryptic going in for the stagger kill onto the Zen. Why you gotta do him like that? Rushpert down, and that's gonna be that. That's a really late stagger kill. MC already up to 85. It's going to be difficult even for SWIYA to touch this, let alone get a real fight. Rushpert's got trans as well. I don't know. I don't see how SWIYA takes this back. MC's set up to hold this forever, basically, and they'd only need to hold it for one fight. Bubble from onto the Winston. The fight in the corner here. Pigdog goes down again. Rice melted him. A big beat coming out from Edwin to keep his team topped off. Rushpert popping off again. Kills Silver Sacks for the second straight fight. Rice super high energy, just melting people down. It's only the Brig on point. Raven's dead. Lucio dancing around. They should be able to finish him off quickly. Herbs with a nice flail onto the wall, riding Lucio. That's not easy. And MC's able to equalize, evening up Ilios at 1-1. I mean, that I don't want to harp on it too much, but the trans coming out late there from Silver Sacks was huge for MC. They were able to push 3 off the point, flip it, and then just build 40 without even outright winning the fight. That's huge. I mean, it could have been 80-0. Instead, it was 40-40. Well, they'll try to move past that now as we head into Lighthouse, the third map of Ilios here. SWIYA opting back into that same triple DPS comp they ran on Ruins with double snipers and the Genji. Same weaknesses, definitely vulnerable to being dove, especially here where the sightlines aren't nearly as good as they are on Ruins. Ruins, of course, a great sniper map. Conversely, MC is going to opt into Rheingoats, which is a much more standard comp on this map. They're going to be going right side, just looking to get an engagement in the courtyard here. We'll see if they make any changes once they see this. Perhaps swap onto a float so you can actually pressure the Widowmaker a little bit. But for now, it looks like they're just going to opt into a fight here in the center of the map here, basically in the courtyard. Nice anti in here, but no capitalization from SWIYA yet. Cryptic holding shield in the choke, not letting anyone get past. And they're just going to gradually back onto point, it looks like, as Pigdog on the Wrecking Ball rolls out again. Delete Brig, of course, now is totally uncontested out here. Dink on, no, not a dink, just a body shot onto Herbs to finish him off. Oh, look out. Oh, there goes Rushpert. Delete Brig's popping off again. Anytime you put this guy on Widow, it's huge. Pressured a little bit by the Zarya, but he's got Gravel to get up to the high ground. In the meantime, Raven is taking out K-Boogie. Another headshot onto, that's Rice on the Zarya. And MC holding strong on the point here. I mean, this is the thing with triple DPS. You can keep getting picks, but you don't have the pressure to take the point up. Well, that is until your Wrecking Ball just pushes the Rhine off the map. I mean, that'll work. And now it's 4 on the point for SWIYA. As they slowly look to cap. Rushpert gets dinked again by Delete Brig. He is insane. And now the Diva's coming in trying to stall out, and she just gets pushed off the map. She might have actually gotten credit for the reset there, so that's not denying a nice little bit of ult charge to SWIYA. Swaps coming in now for MC. They recognize that they need to pressure out this Widow a little bit because she's killing our whole team every fight. Maybe we should deal with that. So they've swapped onto floats, which is definitely a viable swap here. Basically every ult online for SWIYA, which is going to be a problem for MC. Mines coming out in the choke again for Pigdog. It'd be nice if you could get a pile driver in those with those, but for now it just cuts MC in half. Cryptic and K-Boogie diving onto the Widow, but Pichu peels back and kills Cryptic. That's not something you see very often. A Genji peel, and he gets 2. He gets Rushpert and Cryptic. K-Boogie demec'd, and he has to bomb. He does get Mercy with it, and Pichu is down to Herbs on the Brig, but Pigdog gets a Lucio to sleep onto the demec'd. K-Boogie prevents the remec, and he's dead to a headshot from Raven. I mean, MC got a couple picks there, but they just not enough to retake the point. That dive really didn't go as planned. The Widow flew away, and then the Genji was able to pick off the Winston. Like, that's huge. That basically won SWIYA the fight. Probably going to try to set up a Nano Blade here with Pichu and Silver Sacks. Pichu Nano, there he goes. He's blading in the back, but MC has Trans and Beat to counter him. So double support ults, that's definitely a worthwhile trade if you're SWIYA. Getting pushed onto point. Oh, he got his Brig killed. He got his Mercy killed. Mercy tried to fly to him and got stunned. Dragons through the point. Pichu dies, but it doesn't matter because Raven gets 3. He gets 2 with the Dragons, and then he picks off Rushpert again. Rushpert's having a devil of a time with it on this map. He's gotten dinked by Delete Brig a couple times. They're just making his life hell. MC is able to retake here, though, but they have very little presence on the point, and MC should just aggress right in here. Pichu's back on Doomfist instead of Genji. Raven picks off Rice, and that should basically be the point. Rushpert again gets picked off by the Widow. This is nuts. The Primal and Cryptic is going to chase the Widow down or try to make some space for his team. He does get the Widow finally. There's a little bit of revenge, but MC still has more numbers on the point, it looks like here. Big ante out of that Silver Sacks. Another Dragon from Raven. He's farming it like every 2 seconds. Pichu fists Herbs into the wall. Pig Dog finishes off Cryptic. Now it's just the baby Diva. That's K-Boogie. He's going to die, and SWIYA flips it back. I'm not even sure that MC can get back on the point here. K-Boogie does have Bomb if he can get in, and they have Graph, so they have a chance. They just have to be able to touch. I imagine it's Aoden who's going to have to come flying in as the hero Lucio to touch point. It's going to be tough, though, because Aoden gets picked off. The lead Brig has just made the support's life hell on this map. And he basically carries SWIYA to the win. Him and Raven got kills seemingly every other second. Huge performance from the sniper lineup from SWIYA, and they're able to equalize the series at 1-1 heading into halftime. Really exciting sniper play to watch. Unless you're a tank whose job it is to dive this, in which case you're a little bit annoyed at this point. All right. That wouldn't be me at all, though, would it? We'll head into halftime with the score tied 1-1. We'll get some discussion, and then we'll come back with map 3 in roughly 10 minutes.